Hey, have you ever wondered what it was like to have a disorder of some kind? I don't know, maybe your gaming is a disorder. Well, apparently, according to the World Health Organization, that is about to come true, providing you really wanted a disorder. So, I guess get those disability checks ready? So, apparently the World Health Organization has classified gaming disorder as an actual thing coming up in the next few years. So let's just take a look, shall we? Over here we've got Kotaku, Polygon, somebody like that. Anyway, somebody who's reporting on gaming disorder officially on the World Health Organization list of diseases, because that's something we really needed, of course. Anyway, the World Health Organization today adopted a revision of the International Statistical Classification of Diseases and Related Health Problems, the ICD-11. And that includes, for the first time, gaming disorder, which is considered an addictive behavior disorder. Gaming disorder is listed after gambling disorder in ICD-11 and uses the disorder's language almost word for word, replacing gambling with gaming. Gambling disorder was formerly pathological gambling in ICD-10, which the WHO ratified in 1990. The text of the ICD-11 was finalized a year ago. Today's actions at the 72nd World Health Assembly was its formal adopting. The revision takes effect January 1st, 2022. So, in the year 2022, you too can have a disorder from playing too many video games. The International Classification of Diseases is a system for classifying diseases and disorders, blah 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 blah. Anyway, those with gaming disorder may show impaired control over gaming, increased priorities given to gaming to the extent that gaming takes precedent over other life interests and daily activities, and continuation or escalation of gaming despite the occurrence of negative consequences. A joint statement from the representatives of video game industries in Europe and 7 other nations called the WHO to re-examine the decision to include gaming disorder in ICD-11. Of course they do. They don't want the thing that makes them a lot of money causing people to have issues, because then they're liable to have to put some kind of warning on all the bots. This could cause gaming addiction, and they don't want that sort of thing. But anyway, the WHO is an esteemed organization, and its guidance needs to be based on regular, inclusive, and transparent reviews backed by independent experts. The statement says gaming disorder is not based on sufficient robust evidence to justify its inclusion in one of the WHO's most important norm-setting tools. Has it? I'm pretty sure it has had plenty of independent experts in the field studying gaming. But anyway, when the WHO finalized ICD-11 text last year, the Entertainment Software Association pushed back against the inclusion of gaming disorder, saying that doing so recklessly trivializes real mental health issues like depression, social anxiety disorder. Last year, mental health professionals who spoke to Polygon criticized the listing of gaming disorder as rush and junk diagnosis. One argued that the WHO was pressured by Asian member states to add gaming disorder, noting that China and South Korea in particular have been battling gaming as an addiction at a policy level. The WHO denied that political pressure influenced the adoption of the gaming disorder. So, here's a quick question. Obviously, China, South Korea, and them have been battling issues with games. Games have taken over a lot over there, and to say because these two countries, I guess, are having issues, and that because they're having issues and they've seen a widespread issue going on with gaming, that suddenly it's rushed or a junk diagnosis, because both those countries are or at least China, is pretty large. That's a lot amount of people. I guess the real question is, do you have people in the other places like the EU, America, and other places having similar issues as well as games take over people's lives? And I guess that's really the question you have to ask there. The ICD is not law, nor does it have the force of one, but it is greatly influenced in how professional policy makers study and propose treatment or interventions in public health matters. The influence can be felt at the patient level. Last year, a clinical pathologist or psychologist noted to Polygon that he deals with parents convinced their children are addicted to games and worries that the WHO's actions will worsen their fears and reactions. And to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Let's talk real for a second. Yeah, let's talk real for a second. This idea of gaming disorder, we mock it, we make fun of it, and everything else like that. But at the same time, it could be a real thing. I mean, there is science behind this. There are people who are addicted to video games. As long there are people addicted to alcohol. There are people addicted to cigarettes. There are people addicted to other drugs like heroin, crack cocaine, and other things. And we identify those as issues, and we try to take care of it. We try to warn people. We try to do things to sort of, get people out of these harmful practices and things. And as technology advances, gaming became more mainstream and stuff. To be totally honest, I don't see the reason why gaming should not have a disorder associated with it, as well as, say, maybe binge watching Netflix or Hulu as well, because there are people who will literally, they will call into work to binge watch for like the next 3 days, the season of whatever that came out. It used to be back in the day, I might call into work or take the day off from work, set it up ahead of time because, Halo 3 came out or World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King came out. I did those things, and so did many of other people as well. It took over our life for like the perceived next, however many days, and that's hard not to ignore things like that. So this idea that there could be an issue where there is a disorder, I guess you can call gaming addiction, if anything. What they were calling it, gaming disorder. Honestly, I think it should be more gaming addiction. We can go to Gamers Addicted Anonymous or something. GAA meetings. I mean, why not? Yes, I'm Zio. I've been playing video games for the past 20, 30 some years now. I'm addicted to video games. But anyway, things like that. It's a real thing, and there is something to worry about that, especially because people have died from extended long play sessions of video games. If you don't believe me, we can look at it real quick. We'll go back over here and here, a Chinese gamer has died after playing World of Warcraft for 19 hours. A video game fan has collapsed and died at an internet cafe in China after playing World of Warcraft for 19 consecutive hours. I was looking for a different story when I did this, but this one apparently is way more recent. This actually recently was had happened or reported on the 23rd of May 2019. But I was when I went to look for it, I was looking for that really well-known story at the time where this kid or guy doubled over. He had been drinking Monster and all this other stuff, and I think there was a lawsuit or something in play because they were trying to go after Blizzard, and then they were trying to go after Monster and all this other stuff, the energy drink, because the kid died at the end, at a cafe or whatever from playing for 3 days straight or something like that. But anyway, Wu Tai, 24, playing the game on his computer before repeatedly coughing violently and slumped over in his chair. he was visiting the cafe in Shanghai to play World of Warcraft, a role-playing fantasy game, alongside other fans. The footage shows fellow gamers looking on in shock as he collapses, and he dies. He played for 19 hours and didn't rest and straight up died. Over here, this is an older article. This is a man in Taiwan after a 3-day online gaming binge back in 2015. He died. Actually, that might be the one I was originally looking for. But, these things do happen, and there's something to definitely keep in mind and look about. We laugh about it. Addicted to video games, blah, blah, blah. And I know I myself can pull myself off of a video game now. I have other things to do. I've got kids, I've got work, I've got life to go and do with, so I can't sit there and play Final Fantasy XIV for 30 hours straight, like maybe I used to play World of Warcraft back in the day. And back then, I did put a lot of things off, as well as I'm sure many of other people did too, whether it's Fortnite, Skyrim, whatever. People put the video games in front of a lot of things. Don't want to go do this function, don't want to go do that, call into work, don't take care of yourself as much. There are people who have died because they've played too much games in a long session and their body just couldn't handle it for whatever reason. And then at the same time, there are other people who do 24-hour live streams and they're just fine. They're fine and dandy. There's no issue at all. So, I get that the gaming companies don't want this to be a thing, and I've got that. This is their main product, even though they're scummy and doing a lot of things, charging us, nickel and diming us, and all this other stuff for half-assed products, half-baked products, not even full games for $65. We've got those issues as it is. This is not something that they won't piled on top of them. But at the same time, all jokes aside, the World Health Organization might be onto something with this. It is an addiction. I firmly believe that it is an addiction of some kind. And just like anything else, too much of a good thing is bad. So if you sit there and you eat McDonald's 30 days straight, every day for every meal, you're going to get super fat and unhealthy and possibly die of a heart attack because you had it, because it might be your favorite thing in the world. Oh gosh, how in the world is McDonald's somebody's favorite? Anyway, the same thing happens with video games. If I was to sit here for a week straight and do nothing but play video games with very little sleep, drinking my coffee because I love my coffee, but I'll probably sit here and I will kill over and die as a result because my body can't do that. So this is a thing that might be a step in the right direction because there are people who do need help. There are parents who are concerned that their kids are playing too much games. When it comes to that sort of thing, my only advice is to parent. If I find that my kids are spending too much time on the video games to where they're not, say, walking the dog or feeding the dog or taking the trash out or whatever, they're, cleaning their room, putting up the laundry and that sort of stuff, and that stuff starts piling up and things, and they're not doing it because they've been playing Fortnite, and they're in the Fortnite stage right now, then I'll just walk over and I will turn it off. I've done it at least twice now since they've started gaming the Fortnites. I've walked over and I know I said to myself I would never do that sort of thing, providing but at the same time, when you've given them ample time and say, hey, in 30 minutes we're going to leave because we have to do this. In 30 minutes I need you to have this done so we can go do this. And they don't do it because they're stuck on the video game, and I know at that point in time they've already had the chance to finish their current match, then yes, I'm going to walk over, turn it off right in front of them, and do the parenting thing and say, look, it's time to get off the freaking game. If this is going to be a persistent thing, I'll make sure you won't be playing for a while. But, this is a problem. It is, as technology advances, things happen, new things, you know, become of it. Um, if gaming wasn't as large as it was, maybe we wouldn't even think that being addicted to a video game would be a thing. But it's possible. So let me know, what do you think down in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until then, I will talk to you later. See ya. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.